we have two monomers, that is 1,3 butadiene. You can see here, natural rubber is obtained from the rubber tree, that is the latex from the bark of the rubber tree. So there is a bonding between first and the fourth carbon atom. Basically, we are making the soft natural rubber. So the monomer of neoprene is called as chloroprene. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the third session on the chapter polymers. Last class, we studied about preparation of different types of polymers. Today, we shall learn about copolymerization as well as about rubber and biodegradable polymers. So, first we have copolymerization. What is copolymerization? In copolymerization, we have more than one monomeric unit. So, if we have more than one type of monomeric unit in or during polymerization reaction, then we call the polymer as a copolymer. So, for example, we have BuNaS. So, in BuNaS, what is happening or what is the reaction? We have two monomers, that is 1,3 butadiene. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. First and the third carbon atom has a double bond. So, the name is 1,3 butadiene. Why diene? Because there are two double bonds. Okay. So, this is the one monomer. One more monomer is styrene. When both are heated in the presence of sodium as a catalyst, we will get butadiene styrene polymer, or it is also called as BuNaS. Bu for butadiene, Na for sodium, S for styrene. That is why the name BuNaS. Here what is happening? It is actually an addition reaction. If you observe, the double bond here is broken. Here also it is broken. Here also the double bond breaks. And the CH2 group and the CH group, there is a bond which is formed. And further there can be linkage. That's why we put a dash here. And also one more linkage we can show, because the same unit can be repeated n number of times. Isn't it? Thus, what is it? It is addition polymerization. The double bonds are broken and both the things are getting added up, and a new double bond is formed between the second and the third carbon atom. Correct? So, if in the polymerization reaction more than one type of monomer is there, then we call it as a copolymer. Uses of BuNaS is, it is a very good substituent for natural rubber. It is used to manufacture auto tires, floor tiles, footwear components, cable in insulation, etc. So that is the uses of BuNaS. Next we have natural rubber or rubber. Natural rubber is obtained from the rubber tree, that is the latex from the bark of the rubber tree from which rubber is manufactured. It is an elastomer and it contains or it possesses elastic property. It is a polymer of the molecule isoprene, that is 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene. That is the structure you can see, it is butadiene. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. 1,3. So between one carbon atom and the third and the fourth carbon atom, there is a double bond. Then the second carbon atom has got the methyl group. Okay, so this is CH2 double bond. There is a single bond. 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are done. So you have an hydrogen atom here and CH2 group. So this is isoprene, or it is common name is isoprene and the chemical name is 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene, and this molecule polymerizes to give natural rubber. Once it polymerizes, it is called as cis 1,4 polyisoprene. Okay, so natural rubber is a polymer of isoprene and it forms cis 1,4 polyisoprene. I shall explain the structure in the next slide. Further, between the cis polyisoprenes, there is a weak van der Waals force of interaction and it is in coiled nature. That's why it can be expanded and it exhibits elastic property. So if you see the structure of cis polyisoprene or cis 1,4 isoprene, you can see here the numbering, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is a bonding between first and the fourth carbon atom. You can see 1 to 4. Here again 1, 2, 3, 4. Again here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see there is a bond between the first and the fourth carbon atom. So it is also called as cis 1,4 polyisoprene. Okay. Also you can see the double bond is broken. What is the actual structure? It is CH2, double bond C, CH3, then you have a single bond CH, double bond CH2. Now these two bonds will break and a new bond is formed here and there is an extension. And why it is cis? Because CH3 group and H group are on the same side. You can see CH3 and H. Here you can see CH3 and H. Here CH3 and H. So they are on the same side. That is why we call them as cis isomer. Okay. So that is why cis 1,4 polyisoprene is the polymer of natural rubber. Okay. Natural rubber becomes very soft at a high temperature of greater than 335 Kelvin and it is brittle at a low temperature below 283 Kelvin and shows high water absorption capacity at low temperature. It is soluble in non-polar solvents and is a non-resistant to attack by oxidizing agent. Okay. So it can be easily attacked by oxidizing agent. At a high temperature it will become soft, at low temperature it becomes brittle. Okay, and it can be dissolved in non-polar solvents. So this is the properties of natural rubber. To make this natural rubber a little hard, we do a process called as vulcanization. So what is vulcanization? Vulcanization is a process of heating raw rubber with a mixture of sulfur and an appropriate additive at a temperature ranging from 373 to 415 Kelvin to improve the physical properties. Basically, we are making the soft natural rubber hard, and to get tensile strength, what do? We take natural rubber, heat it with appropriate amount of sulfur at 373 Kelvin to 415 Kelvin. So when you heat it at that temperature with sulfur, there are sulfide linkage which is formed. Okay, you can see between here actually there was a double bond, isn't it? Carbon-carbon double bond was there between the second and the third in the long chain polymer of natural rubber. That bond is broken and between them you can see there are sulfur atoms which has come up. Because of this cross-linking, this is called as cross-linking, sulfur cross-linking is formed, and due to this rubber becomes hard or it gets stiffened and also it gets that tensile strength. Okay, either where there is a double bond, sulfur can come and link, or in the initial where hydrogen is removed and then the sulfur is linking. So there are two types of sulfur bonds which can be formed between the chains of natural rubber to increase the tensile strength of the natural rubber. And the process of heating natural rubber with sulfur at 373 to 415 Kelvin is called as vulcanization, and it is a very important question for your exam. Okay. Next we'll see about synthetic rubbers. So now we have different methods of preparation of synthetic rubbers. We do not have to depend on the natural source for rubbers. So there are 2 or 3 types of synthetic rubbers. First one is neoprene. Okay, neoprene, we take chloroprene. Okay, chloroprene or 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Second carbon atom has chlorine. So it is 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. Undergoes polymerization and it follows free radical polymerization. Okay. So what happens here? The double bonds are broken here and a new bond is formed between second and the third carbon atom, and more chains can get added up. So you can see CH2, Cl, double bond CH, CH2, and this is called as neoprene. So the monomer of neoprene is called as chloroprene or 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. What are the uses of neoprene? It is used in manufacture of conveyor belts, gaskets and hoses, and it is more superior because it is resistant to vegetable and mineral oil. Okay. Next one is Buna N. Just like Buna S, Buna N also, we take 1,3-butadiene, CH2, double bond CH, single bond CH, CH2. Same, one monomer is same, but we are using acrylonitrile instead of styrene. Okay, acrylonitrile is CH2 double bond CH with nitrile group, that is CN group. It is heated in the presence of again sodium, and the double bonds are broken, a new double bond is formed. Okay, and you get an extension of the, you can see this CH2 group and this CH2 group will bond with one another to give CH2, CH double bond CH, CH2, CH single bond CH, CN. So this is called as Buna N. Bu for butadiene, Na for sodium, N for acrylonitrile. Okay, nitrile group is present. If we see Buna N, not only you can use sodium as the catalyst, we can also use peroxide as the catalyst. Okay, and one more thing, it is very resistant to action of petrol, lubricating oil or organic solvent, and thus it can be used in making oil seals, tank linings, etc. So that's about the synthetic rubber Buna N. What are biodegradable polymers? The polymers which can be decomposed by action of bacteria are called as biodegradable polymers. Aliphatic polyesters are very important class of biodegradable polymers, and the first one is polybeta hydroxybutyrate co-beta hydroxyvalerate, which is also called as PHBV. What is it? Polybeta hydroxybutyrate co-beta hydroxyvalerate. In this polymer, we are using 3-hydroxybutanoic acid. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Third carbon atom has got the OH group. So it is 3-hydroxybutanoic acid. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 3-hydroxypentanoic acid. Now what happens? The reaction, it is a polyester. So an ester COO bond is formed. Where exactly it is formed? You can see from the OH, H is removed, and from the COOH, OH is removed. Again here H is removed and OH is removed. This COO will bond with the oxygen atom of the another monomer, and similarly here one more polymer can come or one more monomer can get added up. Here another monomer can get added up. So there is a ester linkage COO bond which is formed. How do we write it? You write the CH3 below. See CH3, this particular fourth carbon CH3 is here. Then we have third O, H is removed. From the third OH, H is removed. So this further it can link. You have CH, CH2, COO bond is formed. You can see this CH2, CH3 group is here. CH2, CH3, CHO. That is, this one is bond to CO group, CH2, C double bond O group. This is n number of times. So you have to be very careful when you are writing the product here. It is a condensation reaction where there is a removal of water molecule which is happening. Okay, that is from COOH, that is the acid group, OH is removed. From the OH group, H is removed. H2O molecule will be removed. So this reaction or this type of a polymer is called as PHBV, which is a biodegradable polymer. Next biodegradable polymer is nylon 2 nylon 6. Okay, in this it is a polyamide copolymer. That means there is an amide linkage where glycine, you have CH2NH2COOH, this is called as glycine, is reacting with caproic acid, aminocaproic acid, aminocaproic acid. So you have an amino group, you have an acid group, CH2 5 times. So it is aminocaproic acid. Now here what type of bond is formed? It is CONH bond is formed. So you have one hydrogen atom and one OH group which is removed as water molecule, comes out as water molecule, and from here also one hydrogen I have to remove. From here I have to remove the OH group to write NHCH2 C double bond O NH, that is the amide linkage is formed. CH2 5 times CNO, CO n number of times. So this nylon 2 nylon 6 is a biodegradable polymer. So you have two types of biodegradable polymer which you need to learn. Okay. Next is about the polymers of commercial importance. We'll see one by one. Polypropene is the name of the polymer. The monomer is propene, that is CH2, CH, CH3 n number of times. This is the structure of the polymer. Okay. What are its uses? It's used in manufacture of ropes, toys, pipes, fibers, etc. Next is polystyrene. Monomer is styrene, that is CH2, CH, C6H5, or we can write it as the benzene ring also. It is used as an insulator, wrapping material, manufacture of toys, radio, television cables or cabinets, etc. Next is PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Monomer is vinyl chloride, that is CH2CHCl. N number of times is the structure. Manufacture of raincoats, handbags, vinyl flooring, water pipes, etc. Next is urea formaldehyde resin. Two monomers, that means it's a copolymer. You have urea and formaldehyde. So it is NHCO, NHCH2 n number of times, making unbreakable cups, laminated sheets, etc. Next is glyptal, that is ethylene glycol and phthalic acid you are using, and this is the structure of the glyptal and manufacture of paints and lacquers. Last one is bakelite, which you have already studied, phenol and formaldehyde, and this is the structure of bakelite. It is used in making combs, electrical switches, handles of utensils and computer disks. So these are some of the commercially important polymers. Now you might ask me, ma'am, do we need to study all the structures here? As of now for the exam, they have not asked the structures or the uses, but they have asked about the monomers. So if they ask you what is the monomer of glyptal, then you have to tell ethylene glycol and phthalic acid. What are the monomers of bakelite? Phenol and formaldehyde. Such questions have been asked. Structure and uses have not been asked as of now. Okay. So I hope you have understood today's class and the chapter polymers. Next we'll be starting with the chapter amines. Okay. So see you next class. Stay updated, stay focused, stay tuned.